Texans O, Falcons
Yes.
D. Okay.
I tried reading your notes because I did watch the Texans O
Yep.
and Atlanta's D, and I'm gonna have to get. It was hard.
Yeah. Get the microscope out. Okay. But
Well, I got reading glasses on. Let's see. I got the Cowboys there. Damn, it's really amazing how small you write.
Well, yeah, and remember on your computer, because I emailed them to you. You can make it bigger. You got to figure out how to do that.
Oh,
okay?
I can do that. Okay, yeah, good point. Go ahead. But what are you going to say about the Texans, O?
Well, I'm going to say this. I guess first off, some good play design by the Texans offense. I give Billy O'Brien credit. I don't ever sit there and go, ooh, their run game design is special or anything like that, but he always stays patient with the run game, so he's never going to just let a team just tee off completely and not have to worry about that. I think the big thing is, more than anything, though, the Falcons' defense is just plain horrible. I don't know any other way to say it. I mean, I don't believe it's to be well coached. I think there's things there that I look at. Of course, they've had some injuries, and and again, there's some talent issues there. Jonathan Cyprien, DeMonte Kazee in the secondary, they have no chance of covering certain people in certain situations. I don't care whatever happens to them. They have no idea. It's the second year in a row we've seen this Atlanta D. If they get one or two injuries, they just fall apart.
Well, first off, listen. So then you're not going to succeed,
right?
Because people are going to get hurt,
right?
And building a team, you want great players, but you got to have great depth.
Yeah. And
so you got to make a choice. So you're going to pay 5 guys everything, or do you want 15 good players, or whatever? But I understand. So I'm not even going to bring up the injury thing. I don't usually bring it up about any teams. Maybe an offensive lineman here and there, because that's part of the game. And part of who you are and everything as a coach and an organization is about having that next guy ready at all times.
Right. That's right. So I look at that game in general and just go, gosh, Texans aggressive in the pass game. They were certainly there to push the ball down the field. I mean, some of the mistakes Atlanta made, gosh, whether it's the first touchdown pass where it's cover 2 to the right side and he throws the little out route to Will Fuller for the touchdown. I don't know what the cover 2 corner's worried about. There's nothing in the flat, just back up. Okay, I look at that as coaching. You saw the real deep crosser to Will Fuller for the second touchdown pass, right? It's a 3-man rush. There's 8 guys in coverage, and they got 6 guys covering nobody. And then there's 1 guy wide open down the field and 2 guys on DeAndre Hopkins. So, not only aggressive play design, but just in general, some really, really bad defense. And I kind of wrote this down. I mean, there's just no details to the Atlanta D. There's no contain on Deshaun Watson. I mean, this just in, he can run and escape the pocket, but let's not worry about containing him. And then so you got a bad defense coupled with a QB who is awesome and was hot. The Texans were aggressive in the pass game, and which is proper versus the Atlanta Falcons. And I guess my only thing I would say about the Houston Texans, just my one issue with them in general, I wish they would get underneath the center a little bit more and have a little diversity in the run game and the play-action pass. But all in all, I like the game plan, and I do think Houston is rearing into form on the offensive side of the ball if they can just find that other consistent weapon other than DeAndre Hopkins in the pass game.
Well, I think we saw, and I think one of the things I took out of the game, that Will Fuller can be the other guy.
Yes.
And he looks lightning fast. Sometimes I had to look, of course, the hair is a giveaway, but he looked like Hopkins almost to me a few times.
Yeah, I hear you.
And I've always liked this Kiki QT.
Yes.
I've always liked him. I've never understood why. Maybe it's injury from last year. Was he hurt? I don't know why. But I've always liked him. And listen, the big thing to me, one, everything you said about Atlanta's defense, I don't know what to say. There was nothing there. Breaking of rules, coverage.
Yes.
No consistent pass rush, whatever.
Right.
But I go to this with Houston.
Yeah.
Their offensive line is absolutely starting to get it together.
It is.
And, we don't have to say that anymore. If Deshaun Watson gets sacked 5 times, and I'm going to bet you 4 of them are his fault.
Right.
Because Laramie Tunsil, he played well.
Yep.
They got 2 high draft picks in there. Nick Martin's at center.
Right.
Come on. He's a player. So We got a mobile quarterback. What else do you want as far as now for protection? You've got a big-time, maybe definitely top 5 wide receiver in the NFL. So they got everything they need to make this work. And I do too, wish they'd get under center and just get a little more there. But listen, it's about Deshaun Watson.
Yep.
And I'm sure Bill O'Brien's going, this is what he wants to do. This is where he feels comfortable. Probably doesn't like turning his back to the defense. But I'd say, man, get over it. Because turning your back to the defense, trust me, the defense freezes when you turn your back.
Definitely.
So, but a lot of good things. I like the rhythm of the play calling.
Right.
There were so many easy throws, and there were throws that could have been there he didn't take. But really tough in this respect. I went away and I was really impressed. I wrote down a lot of nice things about the Houston offense, but I just always went, it was Atlanta's defense.
Exactly. I know. That's why I got to see more to be able to prove, or to me. I think the big thing is, you said it, the O-line is going in the right direction with Titus Howard, the Sharping kid who they drafted in the 2nd or 3rd round. I can't remember. Their only issue is at right guard with Zach Fulton. I worry about him.
Hey, look, no. When you say that what we said, it's okay. You know, you're not going to have 5 blocks of granite in front of you. So you need 2 for sure,
right.
And then we need 1 that wants to be, and then you got to pick up for the other 2. So I mean, they're pretty solid there at 4 positions in that offensive line.
Yeah.
And I think the center and left tackle are big time for sure. Now the 2 rookies look pretty good. I watched them pretty close, and all that. So now you sound like you're running the Giants. You know, oh, we only got 6 good offensive linemen. By God, we need 1 more because you know that's how an offensive line is. If you get a couple good players, the other ones just got to hang in there.
Right.
It'll work. So.
All right. So if you had to be more encouraged by one offense, the Vikings offense or the Texans offense?
Texans.
The Texans would be the one.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Yes.
Yeah. I do wish they'd find a little more short completions, easy ways for him to get the ball out of his hands sometimes, because, like you said, a lot of the times the play design is for a more aggressive type throw, and Mr. Watson can't help himself, and he doesn't want to let that play die ever. And a lot of the times they get sacked, it is because of him holding the ball, waiting forever. He's fearless that way, and of course a lot of great things happen, and that's some of the bad. I wish they would just find a little bit more of a short passing game to maybe help them out in that regard.
Well, you're right. I will say this, though. Deshaun Watson, no sacks.
Yeah.
He took no big hits, and that's what I kind of judge everything on. So that was really good. He tried to take a big hit. He tried a couple times. They got away where he didn't by holding on the ball and moving so much. And I think it was just he moved up in the pocket once, fumbled the ball, bounced up to him. He kept running, completed a pass. And I went, oh man, it's your day. When that happened, it's your day. But I was encouraged with that fact, and that's a good point. I haven't thought about it, but you're right. There's not enough. Like catch the ball and throw it and get 6 and 7 yards sometimes,
right?
And which they can do. But here's the bad thing. Well, go ahead. We just want to talk about Texans offense, so I'll let it go at that.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.